So as we wrap up our trip, these last 9-10 days honestly exceeded every expectation. The food, the sights, the people.
Oh, yep. Looks like we might have gotten ahead of ourselves a little bit. Hang on just a moment. And... okay, yep, that's better. Let's start there.
Airborne for the first time. Got about an hour and 40 minutes until we land in London.
Weather is very nice today. Winds are light and variable. Temperature of 52 degrees and mostly clear skies. Seatbelt sign is on. Again, thank you for traveling with us last night.
Alright, we just landed, just claimed our baggage, London Heathrow. So, how was the flight? Josh, how was your first flight ever?
It was a sleepless night.
We lost 5 hours. A long flight. But me and Taylor got a little bit of sleep, like what, 3 hours?
10-minute power nap.
I've
only eaten
I've been a bit.
milligrams of melatonin.
Well, we also had some pretty rough coffee towards the end of the flight, me and Mark.
Pretty bitter coffee.
Are you feeling tired at all, John?
I'm good right now. Good right now.
So
We're about talking to you and we're going out.
we're about to hit our tour guide.
And from this point, our tour guides of the week picked us up from the airport, and we made our way over to the location of the Magna Carta and tried some homemade sausage rolls for the very first time. It was our very first food as we hit the ground in England, and while ours were pretty good, they paled in comparison to these absolutely incredible specimens here.
Homemade sausage rolls.
Still steaming. Kiss the chef. Just not me. Already tried it? It's good. Alright. It's better when that crispy. Good. Got the crust. There got my water. Excellent.
Mitters, I assume you're okay with being in content.
I don't mind.
Okay.
You're an Albert Smith Blanks member.
At this point, we made our way over to Windsor and just kind of started to walk the town a little bit as we had some time before the castle actually opened. And boy, it was a sight when we came around the corner and could see the castle for the first time.
Oh my goodness.
That's the part of the castle you can see back.
Jeez. Wow. That didn't look like that in the video.
Yeah, so Windsor was really our first experience with like English towns and shops and all that kind of stuff. So we really were just taking in the sights of what is England. Immediately we had to start popping into shops and seeing all the things that we had tried on our channel live and in living color on the shelves ready to be purchased, and it was absolutely mind-blowing that this stuff is just readily available for you to purchase at any given time. And it just amazing. Stuff that we had never seen before, like flavors of different products that just aren't available over here, and I guess exclusive to England. With all the excitement, of course we had to make purchases, and of course our first experience with contactless pay didn't quite go as expected, but more than likely that was due to user error, not so much the machine itself.
So we've got Iron Brew Energy Diablo Cherry, which obviously we don't have in the States.
Have UK.
We don't have this in the States either.
We have that, I think.
I haven't seen
Online. UK legend Lewis Hamilton.
So, you want to try this?
I'll try. High caffeine.
Not a lot of carbonation. I noticed there's a big difference there.
Yeah. This is the one that strikes me. Also carded for this because you have to be over the age of 16 to purchase this.
Oh yeah. We had to get approval at self-checkout.
Be better colder. Thankfully, we have parental supervision.
Yes. We have
Daddy emitters. Not to be confused with Papa emitters.
Alright, this is going to be the big tip. No offense.
See if we can all fit. There's also a Taylor in here. Oh God. Alright, come on in, John. There's a lot of meat. Yeah, almost. Come on, you can do it. We can do it.
And then it was finally time for our very first castle experience, Windsor Castle. Let me tell you, the videos, the photos, none of these things do this castle justice. The sheer size, the beauty, the architecture, the history, everything about this castle absolutely left us in awe. We'd never seen anything remotely close to this, and it was an amazing kind of first experience of England.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It goes on and on and on.
Turn it around.
That's insane. Currently playing ABBA, Dancing Queen.
Why?
Yeah, so we just came out of the Windsor Chapel, I guess. This place right here. There's no video recording or photography inside, but the architecture, it was absolutely insane. Insane. The tombs, the remains in there, I would venture to guess just what we saw personally is probably 15 at least, so I can't imagine.
Have you ever been to Windsor Castle? You have. Tell me how many people are here.
The high ceilings? Yeah, the symmetry within the architecture, not having any machinery.
And like to the point, like just the massive surface area of this place, a video does not do it justice. No. Like us or another YouTube video, like we saw this, we reacted to this, and it still like pales in comparison to the like it's astounding.
And they say they built it all in
50-some years.
It's huge.
And just when we thought it couldn't get any more astounding, we toured the inside of Windsor Castle, the dressing rooms, the art galleries, the bedrooms of the royal family. Absolutely incredible. Our next stop after Windsor was Henley-on-Thames, where we stopped into this pub, the Angel on the Bridge, and had our first out-and-about food experience in England. And man, what a cool vibe this pub had. And what we would find throughout our travels is that each individual pub had its own individual personality. And this one was no different. We ordered 4 different dishes, which gave all 4 of us the opportunity to kind of share amongst ourselves and try a little bit of everything. And while you'll see a full taste test episode at a later date, some of the things that we tried here, venison and Guinness. We also had duck leg, steak and ale pie, fish and chips, which we would also later try down the road on the coast as well. Overall, just an excellent experience here, and if you're ever in the area, I highly suggest checking them out. But we didn't just try food, we also had to try a couple of different drinks, one of those including Pimm's. So after nearly eating ourselves into comas during lunch, We took a short little drive over to a small town called Marlow, and again, just really walked about, taking in the sights, taking in the history, and admiring what small town England really looked like. Hey, there's a Tudor house. But I think really the coolest part about this visit was the weather. And as you'll see in the coming days of our vlogs, we really got lucky with the weather. As, spoiler alert, we only saw about 5 minutes worth of rain, and it was in a car ride. So fantastic weather. Anyways, we had to take a trip over to the park and get our first English ice cream truck experience. So obviously we have ice cream trucks in the US, but we don't have flavors like you guys have. The only flavor that we might have here in the US that's seen on this ice cream truck is the Oreo cookie sandwich. Everything else is extremely unique, especially the flake, the 99 and a flake. This was by far the hottest day that we experienced in England, and apparently one of the hottest days ever, so the ice cream really hit the spot.
What was the name of that restaurant, Knitters? Which one? It's not called Zizzy's. Zizzy.
Al Forno.
So shout out to Zizzy and Marlow. The owner so kindly allowed Mark to blow up his toilet. Even
Destroyed.
And so yes, if you're ever in Marlow, check out Zizzy.
You big Zizzy?
Just don't go to the bathroom.
So it was pretty apparent at this point that we were very tired. We had just flown the night before with very little sleep on the plane, hit the ground running as soon as we got to England, and well, there was some time to recharge the batteries on the way back to the hotel, where we showered before going out once again for a walk on the town in Thame, which is where we had our very first English kebab experience at Attlee's award-winning kebabs. This place was rather impressive for a food truck experience. The presentation was massive. The truck itself was massive. And just the freshness that was available at a food truck. Really impressive. And Attlee's, look at this kebab. It's massive. Just incredible. And you can't have kebabs without trying some new drinks at the same time. So without further ado, here's our Attlee's kebab experience.
Today we'll be trying kebabs from Attlee's Kebabs. So yeah, these are lamb doner kebabs. Is that correct?
Yes. Let me go ahead and say this is the best doner kebab I've ever had.
It's a very long list.
Yeah.
This is also my first time having lamb.
So I got lamb, I got tomato, I got cabbage, lettuce, onions, and there's some type of sauce on it.
Garlic mayonnaise.
Garlic mayonnaise.
Garlic mayonnaise.
I had a lot of breading at first, but once I got into the meat and the mayo.
I don't know. We need to talk anymore? Oh my days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it didn't take but a couple bites.
That red cabbage.
I'm surprised you don't have that more.
Maybe we do, but I've never had it.
No? What do you think of your first lamb then?
Is it going to die my bowel movement later?
Probably.
Yeah, the lamb is very good. As a matter of fact, we need to try just a...
I can't even tell it's lamb. I mean, I would think it might be something else. I'm just eating a piece of it plain.
It's very,
Let's just see.
that's what I'm looking for. Soft.
It's tender.
It's very tender, thank you.
Very tender.
I'm kind of glad I don't live close to all this stuff.
Yeah.
I would have to be wheeled, like, in a wheelbarrow. Due to...
It would make getting arguments with your significant other much harder, trying to figure out where you wanted to eat every night.
Yeah. I mean, there's no... Today's lunch was great. Today's dinner is great.
Anybody gonna have trouble eating all this?
As you can see, this is all I have left.
No. I'm not gonna have trouble.
No.
Shout out to Attlee's, voted best kebab in the UK.
And shout out to Moose
By us
for
and by the
leading
UK.
us there.
This is Attlee's Kebab. What other kebab places in the UK would you suggest? And have you had Attlee's? And if so, how does it compare? Is it the UK's best kebab place?
As of right now, I think so.
I second that motion.
Unfortunately, by the time you're watching this, we won't have the opportunity to try different kebab places. So we'll be back overseas. But we could
This
potentially
is our
say
new recurring segment, Ask a British Person.
Ooh, that's good.
that is very good.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad you suggested
Excellent
it.
recommendation.
I don't know if there's anything else other to say than
Nothing.
unanimously across the table, the Atlee's lamb doner kebab comes out to an overall score of oh my days.
So if you are in the Tame area, please go check out Athletes.
And if you're not in the
Highly
Tame
recommend.
areas, go
It's
check
worth
out
the drive.
Athletes.
Please check out Athletes.
The walk, the drive, the ride,
The bus,
The flight.
hop on the
the
lube,
tube.
hop on the lube.
All of our American viewers, get on a plane right now.
Come to Athletes.
The boat.
I told you.
Alright, so we have digested on what kind of cheese?
Cheddar. English cheddar.
English cheddar.
Is it mature?
Alright, so for the very first time, blank someone asked for Americans trying a digestive and English cheddar
With milk.
with milk.
It worked.
You wouldn't think, well, maybe you would think it worked. I wouldn't think it would work. The sweet
Hold
with
on.
the,
Have you got the milk yet?
no.
Got the milk. Front milk.
Now.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then it was time to turn in for the night. A long, successful first day in England finally coming to a close. In some ways sad, in other ways relieving, as it was finally a chance to rest properly and close out the official day one. What an incredible day one experience. I mean, at this point, it was kind of weird because all of us felt like we'd been in England for a week, even though we'd only technically done Windsor Castle, Henley, and Tame, but it felt like we were home, and it was kind of strange. But that's not where it ended, fortunately enough. So many more days, so many more experiences. For Americans, very first time in England, and you get to come along for the ride. So don't forget to come back right here to Blank Someone Asked For next Tuesday to see our second day's worth of vlogs in England, including Cheddar Gorge, Bath, and a cheese and onion experience in a pub with some friends of ours. And all it leaves us to say is this has been Blank Someone Asked For, and certainly no one asked for this.
But wait, there's more. Still got that itch for more blanks no one asked for? Click that bottom left video down there to see the content that YouTube thinks would be the best for you.